Kia ora everybody and welcome back to the Good Day Matrix. My name is Daz and I am so excited to be here today in Maioro Barton's pretty new whare, eh? How long have you been here for?
We moved in 2021.
Maioro is incredibly passionate about giving a voice to the many issues around accessibility in Aotearoa. He was born with Spina Bifida, however he nor his family have ever let that stop him from achieving anything that he sets his mind to. Maioro is an athlete. He plays wheelchair basketball for Waikato, and when he isn't shooting hoops on the court, which I hear he does a lot of, you can find him doing epic mahi with Enabling Good Lives Waikato, helping connect people with disabilities with opportunities and activities within the community to help them live a life they choose. And all of it is amazing mahi. So we're so excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for having us.
It's an honour to be here, thank you.
It's an honour to be here in your whare. Now, we talk about 5 pillars of wellbeing: body, mind, identity, community and environment. Often people only focus on body and mind and they don't look sort of wider into who they're connecting with, the environment that they're in or the environment they're creating around themselves. And it's a really, really important thing to be aware of all of those things and how you're fueling yourself in different areas. So we'll start with identity and then we'll just move ourselves through today. So tell us about your whakapapa.
So I live in Cambridge. My whānau, so on my mum's side, my grandfather is from a place up north called Whangaruru, so up in Ngāti. And my grandmother, she's from down in Tukumaru Bay, down the east coast, Ngāti Porou. And my dad and his whānau from mid-Canterbury.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And what's made you choose to build a whare in Cambridge?
Just get on that ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful route of driving in, saying it's a beautiful place to be.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, you genuinely believe in living a pretty healthy lifestyle. And what I loved was that you really believe in spoiling yourself as well for your mental health. And I think that saying was just stunning. So what things do you do for your body?
For my body, I like to eat good. Try to eat healthy, but you got to spoil yourself here now and then. I love my Asian takeaways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And what else? I exercise, go to the gym, do cardio, play basketball.
Yeah.
Lift some weights. Yeah.
Now I'm going to throw in here that Maioro was on the Rebel Sport ad a few years ago because of his gym goings. So tell us about that. What did you have to do and what was the criteria to be able to be in the Rebel Sport ad?
Oh, so the producers of the Rebel Sport What's Your Why campaign in 2016 were looking for a brown-faced person in a wheelchair that could do pull-ups. And I actually can do pull-ups and lift my wheelchair as well. And so I said, so when they approached me, I said, do you want me to pull my wheelchair up? And they're like, nah, just pull yourself up. We don't want you to hurt yourself or anything. Yeah. They approached me. I went up to Auckland, filmed some about 30 minutes of doing pull-ups. I think I did like 65 or something like that. And I was sore for maybe 5 days later.
Yeah. No, I could not do one. So I'd take my hat off to you because that would hurt for half an hour. Different angle. How many more do I have to do?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Now, you said that sleep's a bit of a work on for you. So how have you kind of brought awareness to that and what are you doing to help your sleep? Not
much really, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I know when I'm tired and I just need to lie down or get out of my wheelchair and just relax.
Yeah.
I do love a nap during the day,
yeah.
But working full time, it's hard to be able to do that. I wish we had like a breakout room where we could just go have a 5-minute nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for that. There's a lot of research around a power nap of that. There's a key time.
I think it's like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's 15 to 20 a.m.
Yeah.
You don't want to go too long because then you're groggy or too short. But I always get intrigued if you're doing a power nap because I take a while to go to sleep.
Oh,
so then how do you know when the alarm should go off to wake you up again?
Yeah.
Before you go into, It's always been my thing, like, how do people power nap and get that right amount? Tell me. Feel free to email me and tell me. Now, around mind, you got pretty sick last year.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that and sort of what you learnt and what strategies you've put in place to help take care of yourself.
Last year I got sepsis from a kidney stone, or urosepsis, and I was in and out of hospital 4 times last year. within 5 months, and it was pretty hard myself mentally. I couldn't do the things that helped me to be mentally prepared and well, like exercising. So I had to find different ways to be able to make myself feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what were some of your ways?
I guess just surrounding myself by supportive, positive people. Choosing my people. Yep. And eating some good food. And one of my favourite things to do is go out to events. So when I wasn't homebound, I'd try to find what's happening out in the community and go support some local events. And
That's awesome. How important have you found it for your mind to surround yourself with those people who sort of bring that positivity and they bring the energy, so when you are feeling pretty low, that you've got that energy who are starting to try and lift you up? How important has that been in terms of a recovery?
Yeah, it's huge. But in saying that, my mum, she's a very strong Māori woman, and she'll tell me how it is. So she's always told me to harden up, and when I was younger, I used to feel sorry for myself quite a lot, and my mum would say, "Oh, come on, Maioro, there's people worse off than you," and that kind of just brings me back down, though. It can be really hard on the mind.
Yeah, and it's hard too to deliver the message to someone that may not necessarily bring the positivity, if you know what I mean. So like, they might be like, "Hey, let's hang out," and you're kind of like, "Oh, that's not the energy I need right now." So it's about those boundaries, I guess, and sort of how you communicate what you're needing without, we often don't say those sort of things of what we need of people. So it's really positive to know who fills your cup and doesn't drain your energy.
Yeah. So when I was sick last year, I chose my my people in regards to who's going to drain my energy, who's not going to make me feel good or make me feel, I don't know, bad about myself or whatever. So I distanced myself for those, but I still kept in contact.
Yeah, it's just a different relationship, isn't
it?
Yeah. So we'll move into community. And so for community, it can be anything. It could be a knitting group, it can be your wheelchair basketball team, like it can be literally anything where you're contributing and you're connecting with other people. So talk to us about the different communities you're a part of.
So actually, going back to last year when I was sick and stuff and I couldn't train, some family friends invited me to go to quiz night on Tuesday nights, and I'm not good at all. I'd be stoked if I answered one answer correctly. Doing that helped me a lot. But now that I'm a lot fitter and able to start training again, we actually started our Waikato wheelchair basketball team training last night.
Cool.
So a little bit sore today, but we're good.
Yeah.
And it was 9 months since I last jumped in my basketball wheelchair.
Holy heck, excuse me. Holy heck.
Yeah.
But you've been doing all that off-season stuff to sort of get yourself back to that.
Yeah, but I was fit. Not fit.
Not that level yet.
Cardio-wise,
Yeah. Baptism of fire. You'll get there. And with the quiz night, I find that really interesting too, because if you ask me music questions, I'll nail it. So I always quietly hope that there's going to be a music section in the quiz.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun just to sit there with people, and it's just a nice environment at a quiz. There's a bit of competition, there's a bit of
bit of banter.
Yeah, a bit of banter, and it's just, I feel like it's a really relaxed, nice space to be in. So it's really cool. So we'll move into environment, and there are lots of areas we could talk about around environment. There's sustainability, and there's the environments we create around ourselves. But what we love, and your social media, I mean, Ems, who's in the background here, showed it to me, it's all about trying to bring awareness to accessibility in the environment. So talk to us about your approach to that. Talk to us about some of the challenges that you face around accessibility, and let's try and have some people learning at the other end of this camera about accessibility in different environments.
I think one of the biggest learnings that I've learned over the last few years is there's no point in moaning about things. It's better to educate so that people can understand. And then when they understand, then we can slowly make some changes. So, yeah.
And so how do you, because you bring a bit of humour with it, you don't just bring it straight up. So how do you deliver that in a way, and have you found that people come to you to start those conversations and talk to you about it more?
Yeah, so I've actually just been approached by the Waipa District Council to give them some feedback from a wheelchair user's perspective around paths and car parks and stuff like that. So yeah, it's small change,
Yeah.
but it could flow on to other regional councils.
I think too, I mean, this is just come to my mind as we talk, but like showing people sometimes, like putting a video, like creating like a series of videos showing what it's like if somebody's parked in an accessibility park, for example, you know, that didn't need to park there, and what that means to the person who did need it, and sort of show what that ripple effect looks like. Well, they've had to park down here and it's harder to get inside, or they're near a curb, or, you know, I wonder if that could be, because often, I mean, I don't know what it's like to live in, you know, to be in a wheelchair. So I wonder if that could be a really good perspective thing, is to like do a series of the effects of people if they don't respect or pay attention to accessibility in different environments. That could be a really there you go.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Get them to do that too. There you go.
I've my approach has changed a lot with maturity around approaching people who are parked in mobility parks without permits. So instead of being aggressive in approaching them, I now say to them, "Oh, hey, you forgot to put your permit up," and then that gives them the chance to be able to put it up if they forgot it, or they feel kind of embarrassed because a wheelchair user's approached them and they're in there. Yeah. But then if they say, "Oh, I'm only going to be 5 minutes," I said, "Nah." So that's when I start to say, give the reasons why they need to move. Yeah. Yeah.
And do they respond well?
Majority of the time.
Okay. Good. I'd like to say it here all the time. God, if I don't know, you would hope that awareness immediately, they'd be like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't think about it. Sorry," and move. Yeah. Just, you know. Yeah. No, all good. Just move. Yeah. Now you're an athlete, so creating an environment that supports your athlete behaviours is really important. Yeah. I was just moaning at home because my treat box is in the wrong place, and so I eat that first instead of eating the good food. So talk to us about the environment you've created to really support the training that you do.
Just having like my personal trainer, he's big with my sport. So I trust him 100% with my training and stuff, and make sure that he's given me into the right phase of my trainings. And just my family being supportive around me, encouraging me, and just knowing that people have knowing that I have their support. Yeah.
It's massive, eh? Yeah. Hugely massive. Now we'll move into portion distortion. And so we do this with everyone, we just focus on time, because it doesn't matter who we are or what we do, we all have issues with time, and it could be that we don't have enough of it, or that we're trying to fit too much into it. So tell us about some challenges you've had around time and some of the things you might have done to sort of help yourself with time.
Okay. So just like with work and stuff, or just going to appointments and stuff, I need to be able to prepare and take into the factor of independently putting my wheelchair into the car, getting it out, finding a mobility park if nobody's parking in it. So that a lot of that thinking and stuff takes a lot of my time. As well as when I go into these venues where I've got meetings, is the accessible bathrooms and stuff as well.
Of course. Yeah. Do you ask those questions, like if you've been asked to come in for a meeting, do you sort of ask those questions ahead, or do you sort of hope for the best?
Well, if somebody wants me to go and speak to them, I'd assume that they realise that I'm in a wheelchair, and that's all catered for. If it's not, sorry, I'll turn up, but I'm not going in. Because I don't like people lifting me upstairs or anything like that.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, and how important is it for you to make time for things that bring you joy?
I think it's really important. Yeah.
In the busy schedule, because you do a lot of stuff, in everything that you do, how do you prioritise those things that bring you joy over work and, and other things that are your day to day?
I guess with my my athlete background, if you could call it that,
Absolutely.
you learn how to manage your time really well,
Yeah.
and there's always time for fun stuff. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. That's cool. So many don't. I was just saying before that I read something. You only get 4,000 weeks roughly to be here and do whatever you're going to do in life. And
Oh
I was
well,
like,
that's scary.
4,000 weeks, that hits you like a brick. You're like shivers. And so when we're like, oh my god, another week's gone and I didn't really do anything, or like where'd that week go? You're like, well, actually, I need to make that count. Like, and not count in terms of like hit my goals and my targets, but like who did I talk to this week and who did I show aroha and love to, and like what did I do that brought me joy and just filled my cup. I think it's really important to remember we have a finite time like here, and like how are we using it and what are we doing with the time that we've got. It's pretty powerful to think about. We have got some quick fire questions for you.
Oh, okay.
What are your favourite books?
Oh, I quite like reading magazines.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? A favourite mag?
Let's not say.
Roger Dodger? He only gets them for the articles, all right, fam?
Yeah.
Nah. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I think being invisible would be quite cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I don't know, but being a wheelchair user, I'm just out there and everyone sees me.
Yeah.
And so just being able to step back and just observe would be cool.
Yeah, people watch without being spotted. I like that. What's your favourite country that you've travelled to?
Oh, I love Japan.
Yeah.
And also Ireland. I went over there for World Juniors for athletics.
Yeah.
And also I love going to Hawaii. Yeah, I've been there 5 times.
Epic. Do you go to a different place each time in Hawaii? Or
I've been to 4 different islands.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
So my whānau down the coast, my nan, my mum's sister is Ngoi Pewharangi.
Yeah.
And so she composed the song Poie.
Yeah.
But I've got my dad's genes when it comes to singing. So yeah, there's your answer.
So you hum along with them.
Yeah.
You don't grab the mic and be like, I've got this whānau. Oh, I love that. What's one thing that you want people to know about living with a disability?
I think I have a quote that I live by every day, and it's dwell less on the disability and focus more on the possibilities.
Epic.
So I think, that sums it up.
Yeah, definitely. What is your favourite board game?
Oh, we played this game at work the other day. It's like tākaro, and so it's kind of like charades.
Yeah.
But you have to use Māori words to get extra points on the board. Yeah, so it was quite cool. But sequence is another good game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of sequence.
Yeah.
Danger, I could play that for a really long time. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
So I'm friends with Sir Michael Jones, and he told me when I was younger, when I first met him, like I was like 7 or 8, he gave me two really good advice that I still think about. The first one was don't believe everything that you read in the paper, and the second one is it's better to give than receive. Yeah,
so true.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for that. Just putting good things out and just seeing other people shine because of the things you've given. It's pretty special. What are some qualities that you love about yourself?
Oh, that's hard. I guess I'm approachable.
Yeah.
I'm understanding, caring, but those two come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's magic, and I'm proud of you for saying, because some people are like, I don't know. Good, own them. It's one of our terrible Kiwi culture things that we don't say it. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for sharing so much about your well-being, because we need to inspire other people just for the everyday things that we do that might make a change in someone else's life for them to try. So I hope you've enjoyed today's interview. Let us know in the comments below what your key takeaways were. I think there were so many, and in particular, it's just that awareness of yourself in different environments. I think it's a really, really important thing, and the people who are around you at the same time. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Ka kite.